FC24 is one of the toughest games so far in this series in terms of gameplay. The problem of getting stuck in the build-up and facing heavy defensive pressure is something we all want to deny, but there is this one key aspect that will set you free and let you reach your full attacking potential when you master it, using the wings efficiently. In today's video, we'll be exploring the secrets of the Wingplay in FC24, different techniques to bust the opponents out, how and when to use them. To be able to unlock the Wingplay, you need to create some movement there. There are various ways to achieve that. You can use the L1, LB button to make one of your side players round down the wing. Simply point out the player with your left analog stick just before briefly tapping the L1, LB button. You will immediately see that the body language changes and the player starts to make a run forward. One other method to create such movement is the 1-2 pass. If you have the ball with your player that you want to run with in the end, pass the ball to your teammate while holding on to the L1, LB button, and right after the pass, you will see his burst of run down the line. Just a little quick advanced tip, in both cases the obvious passing lane created by the movement could be covered by the defender. So if that's the case, don't pass the ball straight forward to the runner, but use a third player as the connecting player to create a different passing angle towards your target. So let's say you created some movement, got yourself into a 1 versus 1 against the wingback. What do you do then? There are many options. Let's start with the cutback first. With the cutback method, you pull the ball back towards the center with a sharp turn and explore your passing options. Once your winger is far ahead, there will be some attacking players who will join from the back, and in the transition while the defense is not settled yet, they will be perfect passing targets. Once you're running towards the line, make sure to stop sprinting by letting the sprinting button and then make a sharp turn towards the center side, either simply with your left analog stick or with the help of a skill move. Watch for the runners from the back, find the optimal one and pass the ball if he's available. Going down the wing, I see that the opponent is trying to catch me while running. This is something I need to take advantage of because I know that he will keep sprinting just to be able to catch me. That is why I let go of the sprinting button, make a sharp turn with the ball roll and get him out of the picture. Now I see the obvious passing option, but the opponent sees him as well. Just because of that, I make a fake move towards the left, which makes the opponent react to it a bit delayed. I pass the ball towards my target, clear my frontal side and get a decent scoring chance. In addition, player lock is an extremely strong mechanic to use with cutbacks because you become in charge of the player's movements inside. We have prepared an in-depth tutorial for this on the Guide Plus and it's completely free. If you're wondering how to master this mechanic, make sure to click the link in the info box on top right side or down in the description. In a similar situation, you will also have another opportunity, which is to explore the goal line. Sometimes the opponents expect you to execute a cutback, and in those cases, this method perfectly counters it. You simply go down deeper towards the goal line and watch the players inside to create an opportunity. If the opponent still expects you to turn around for a cutback, this is golden. While exploring the goal line, don't panic and open your eyes and try to find the perfect opportunity. If the opponent is still covering the passing lane, you don't need to rush and you can still continue with your run. Control sprint is a great tool to work while exploring down the line. Another really good mechanic of the game that works perfectly with this method is a driven pass. If you explore the goal line, your strikers could go right in front of the goal, which allows you to go for a strong grounded pass. In those cases, hold on to your R1, RB button to execute a driven pass that allows a free goal. Moving on to another method, crossing inside the box. This one is pretty underrated, however very strong. There are two aspects you need to be really careful with. The first one is the movement of your potential target inside the box. If he's not under a real cover and making his way towards the goal, this is your chance, and there you need to adjust across his power. Depending on the distance you have between the passer and the target, you will have to change it. For example, if Ginola was here, far ahead towards the far post, I would have gone for a cross with at least 3 bars of power. However, he's making his run a bit towards the near post, closer to my dribbler, so I go ahead with 2 bars of power and the ball exactly lands at him and I score an easy goal. If you're a fan of crossing, you will love one thing, the magnificent whip pass plus playstyle. Because with this playstyle, you can send incredibly curved crosses into the box that you can't send with a player without it. So if you have the players with that playstyle, be extra brave. Most of you have probably done the Baka SBC, that is why I'm going to give an example over her. When we pause the frame here, there's actually no real threat or a normal crossing opportunity. My striker has a little space ahead of him, but my wingback is not on the same level with him. That would have been normally a problem. However, with the whip pass plus, the ball gets this curve, somewhere between 2 and 3 bars of power just because he's not towards the far post. He gets an incredible cross in and scores the goal. These type of long balls also work outside the box as well. When you have the ball on one side of the pitch, you will notice that the opposition team will shift towards that side. If you get stuck on the same side for a long time, especially if the opponent is playing a high depth formation with pressure tactic, this will become a problem. To avoid that, you need to use your winger and the wingback on the other side. Like mentioned, since the opponent automatically shifts towards one side, the other one will be open. Switching sides through the wingers can create incredible chances for you. Get your head up and look for the other winger. But how do you use this as a weapon in the offense? I personally sometimes hold on to the ball too much intentionally on one side so that I take intention away from the other one. As the defenders close me down, I look on the other side of the pitch, pass the ball to a teammate who is available to send the ball there, and I switch sides with a long ball. Since both my winger and wingback already have an activity there, I use the space created by the side switch, get the ball down with a header right in front of my wingback, and then explore the goal line followed by a perfect build-up. The power of switching sides through the wingers allowed me to score a magnificent goal. Well, I think I saved an important one for the last part. Throughout the video, you have probably seen how actively I use my wingbacks in the attack. Including these two players will give your attack another dimension. But how? First, your winger will be supported by the wingback's run if he ever gets pressured by two players. Your wingback can easily create a new passing station towards forward, and you don't only get out of the pressure, but start a very dangerous attack. Secondly, if your wingback joins the attack, your wing player might shift a bit more towards the center, right in between the wingback and the striker. This means you can fill one more position, and pass towards this extra position can create something out of the box. The more space you get in the attack, the more dangerous you become. Following those 2 points, you will also have multiple passing options. Let's say you have the ball with your winger in the midfield. If you would only have the central midfielder to pass to, the opponent would have a real nice time defending him. However, here for example, I see my wingback go forward and instantly find him for the free space. The way you can use your wingbacks is simple. If you find a space ahead of you, don't hesitate and run into it, because most of the time the opponents won't be expecting it. This way you can create very good opportunities with the aspects I just mentioned. Here is an example. I retrieve the ball back from the opponent, get it to my wingback, and instantly go for a 1-2 pass to make him run forward. My winger is being pressured heavily by the opposition wingback, so I know if I cover the ball, then I will be exploring the space with my wingback. Because of this, I pass the ball safely back and then towards the center, making my initial run with the wingback forgotten, and right when the chance appears, I go for a through ball towards him. You see, I only have the central back to beat, and since most of the wingbacks are faster than the central defenders, I go flawlessly down the line and score a very extra goal. So that's it. After embracing those methods, you'll be a real threat down the wing and give your opponents a real hard time. Use your agile wingers down the line and dominate your games. If you're eager to become even better at it, make sure to check out our latest video where we show you the dribbling secrets of FC24, which you can also click right now on your screen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, take care and peace.